Hi, my name is Seraphel, and I like to give my dolls new faces inspired by things that I like. Today I'll be giving this Core Refresh Cleo a new face inspired by Jurin from XG in her cover of Luxurious. Before I start, I just wanted to point out how red this Cleo looked. The Cleo I brought in was an original Core Cleo, and you can just see their color difference. I know it's because this doll was manufactured in Indonesia, and the Indonesian ghouls have pretty noticeable differences compared to their Chinese counterparts. I brought in my Iridescent Cleo over to compare as well. She's rerouted, but the color is similar to her original polypropylene. You notice it a lot more in the legs than the face because the screening's in the way, but isn't it interesting how different hair colors can make her appear more red? Color theory is crazy. I definitely prefer the lighter haired Cleo with this skin tone, but since I don't want to reroute right now, that's just something I'll have to keep in mind during her face up. After wiping off her face with 100% acetone, she gets 2 starting layers of Mr. Super Clear. Once those layers are dry, I can finally start on the sketch. Cleo has a super gorgeous prominent face sculpt that sketching on her feels like a breeze compared to all the other ghouls. If you want to start doing custom faceups on G3, I highly suggest Cleo. Now that the sketch is done, I can start laying down base colors. I know I tried out acrylic paints in my last video, and I honestly really want to keep playing around with paint, but I just love the full pencil look so much. It's so blurry and dreamy. I felt a little bold this time around and went straight into black as opposed to using a dark brown. What can I say, I just feel so much more confident when working on a Cleo. Finally, onto the pastels. Jurin has performed Luxurious a few times, so I have a few different looks to choose from. I decided to do a slight combination of these two looks. I started with red in the inner corner, but honestly, I didn't think it looked good considering how red in the face this Cleo already is. I ended up removing it later. I used a dark blue on her outer lower lash line and then smoked it out on her outer eyelid following the shape of her eyes. I used a pale yellow on her inner eyelid and used white on her crease to indicate where I'll be adding metallic paint later. For her lips, I kind of just layered a bunch of different lippy tones until I got a color that I liked. Again, Cleo's red tone tends to make all the colors super warm and saturated, so it just takes a lot of experimenting until I get a color that is a true MLBB My Lips But Better color on her. My storage ran out, so I couldn't get a final shot of the first layer, but you get the point, I'm sure. After another layer of MSC, it's time to enhance the base colors and do some blending. I didn't like how dark her brows were looking, so I layered a lighter blue on top. It'll disappear after the next layer of MSC, but it does the job to gently lighten the brows a bit. I felt like there was still something missing with her eye look, so I used an orange on her inner corner instead of the red I did at first. I loved how this turned out. It looks almost golden with her shimmery skin, and I feel like it ties the whole look together a lot more. We're on to the final layer of color. I'm finally doing her lashes, and I left it in regular speed so you guys can see how picky I am with lash placement. I really wanted her to have some wispy lashes, but honestly I'm pretty awful at getting lashes to look delicate and dainty. I personally feel like my lashes look too cartoony sometimes, but that aside, these lashes are passable for this look, I feel. So many people have said that the Jurin performance was super Paradise Kiss coated, and I don't know, maybe these lashes help make that vibe too. She'll get a dusting of sparkly gold pigment over the pale yellow, and then some gold acrylic paint where I drew my guidelines. And with her catch lights, she's finally come to life. After 2 final sprays of MSC, she'll get her gloss. I also left this clip in regular speed because just look how satisfying that is. It's like lip gloss. I also glossed the metallic crease just so it's extra shiny. I'll be waiting overnight before I add another layer of gloss to her lips. Here's the final look for my luxurious Jurin inspired Cleo. I wanted to try some cool lighting in the final shot this time, but I kind of went overboard. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave any questions, comments, or critiques for me, and I hope to see you in the next one.